Greetings, gamers, HNS and if you guys are a Fire Emblem fan or a Smash Bros. Fan, you probably know that about a year ago, the 5th DLC fighter in the finale to the first Fighter's Pass was released, and that character goes by the name Byleth. And that came after the Persona 5 Joker, the Dragon Quest hero Banjo-Kazooie, Terry from Fatal Fury. All those characters were pretty well received. However, for some reason, Byleth just got backlash. And why? After all, Fire Emblem is one of Nintendo's longest-running series, and it really represents them in a way. And I was a complete exception to all the hate that Byleth got. Everyone and I'm sick of all this hate. I don't like this hate. All this hate. I just don't. I'm sick of all this hate of it's just another anime swordsman. Yeah, this character is more to that. Byleth isn't just a typical anime sword fighter character from Fire Emblem. Everyone's like, it's just our Fire Emblem character. This is unexciting. In fact, the reveal trailer got it got more likes than dislikes. However, it got a lot of dislikes. It got about 50, 60, 70,000 dislikes, even though it still had about 160, 70,000 likes. But yeah, it's still got kind of dislikes, even though the trailer got more likes. But today, I'm going to end all this hate here. And so I'm sorry if this video offends you. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I'm trying to show why this character is a good pick. So welcome to my second defense video. Now, sorry for any background noises. Now, unlike my first in defense video, where we talked about each of the Super Mario Bros. Games and what made them great, I'm going to go through 5 different reasons about why Byleth was a good character. And why it still is this day. So today, let's talk about it right now. So IHS is gonna tell you guys about why Byleth is a good character. So yeah, after all, I guess what is why Byleth came in is because he likely used it as an ad for Fire Emblem Three Houses. And here's the thing. It happened right before the Centered Shadows DLC was released, 6 months after the game was released. So yeah, and I bet Nintendo really wanted to promote the game, and in a good way, I bet. And the way they did that was make probably the final DLC fighter. And I bet they wanted to get 2 big first-party characters out of the way before they excited everyone with Steve. And I guess with Sephiroth as well. Even though it wasn't as exciting as other characters, but I was personally more excited than ever when I saw Sephiroth. And I really like Byleth, even though I've yet to play FE3 Houses. But I do really want to eventually, and hopefully this year. But all that aside, though, Nintendo probably really wanted to use it as like a promotional tool for FE3 Houses, considering that that's one of the biggest games on the Switch, and that they really wanted to promote the game, so they put in the game's main character. And because the main character, it probably fitted it well over some like Edelgard or Claude or Dimitri. I mean, those would work, but having Byleth, it would be more fitting since the main character. So yeah. And in fact, Nintendo wanted to promote the game. That's basically how is every Smash Bros. Character. I mean, it helps promote it or something like that. And this is personally a really good direction, which I personally really like. Alright. Alright here. Rewatch the reveal trailer to get my point here. After this gave Byleth the reveal, I actually gave him the Smash invitation. Take a look at the moveset. So yeah, just wait for it, and yeah, you're about to see. Well, actually, let's skip ahead first. Sorry for any background noises, but take a look here, please. Take a look. See? You see that? Yeah, see? See, you see some swords, right? You see them? But look, watch, there's more. There's more. See, look at that. You saw a different weapon right there, didn't you? See, look at that. See? You saw a different weapon there. Did you see that? It's a different weapon. I think that's what it was. And take a look again. Another one. And see that right there with the female Byleth? See? It's a different weapon. It's a different weapon. My point is that Byleth isn't just a generic swordsman or generic swordswoman. It's actually a variety of swords. You see that from you see this. You see, yeah, and look at the bow and arrow. Look at the lance. Look at the magic rods. You see that? The sword of the creator isn't the only weapon the character uses. So why should someone hate on this character if it's not a generic anime sword fighter character? You get me? You get me? The sword of the creator isn't the only thing. So yeah. Well, let's go on to my third point. I feel like not enough people know this, but keep in mind that the Fire Emblem Awakening almost killed the series, yep. Because in 2012 and 2013, when Fire Emblem was released in Japan and the rest of the world respectively, Nintendo planned to be the finale of Fire Emblem because the sales for the series was declining badly, and Nintendo really wanted to do something. So Intelligent Systems decided to make it basically the ultimate Fire Emblem game, showing everything they've learned and everything they've used with their development and stuff. And here's the thing: the game sold well, unexpectedly, so the series became more bigger than ever. And without this game's success, the Fire Emblem series wouldn't be the way it is today. So keep in mind that with them putting Fire Emblem characters in Smash Bros, it reminds people of the series basically, and it helps like bring interest to it. As considering that if they wanted to keep the series alive, they have to put the characters in Smash Bros to help people know the series, and that works pretty well, honestly, to be honest, and it really helps them. And keep in mind too that Fire Emblem is one of Nintendo's longest running series. I mean, the series has been around since 1990 with the on the Famicom, and yeah, on the Famicom, the series began and stuff. That's why you see this Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light on the eShop as limited release. I still don't like the limited release stuff. I still don't understand its limited release schedule. So yeah, Byleth was a good pick in Smash for all my three reasons so far. Let's get into to our fourth. Alright, so keep in mind, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a Nintendo game. It is made by Nintendo after all. And here's the thing, before Byleth, all the DLC characters were just third-party, because the first character was Joker, which is, of course, from Persona 5. The Persona series is owned by Atlus and Sega. Sega's the people that own Atlus, of course. The developers of the series, of course. And then we had Hero from Dragon Quest, which is a Square Enix character. And that happened again in the second Fighter's Pass with Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. And the third character was Banjo-Kazooie. That is owned by Rare and Microsoft. We had another Microsoft fighter in the second Fighter's Pass, of course, with Steve, which is owned by Microsoft through Mudging. And then we had Terry from Fatal Fury, which is the first SNK character in Smash. So, yeah. It's the other thing. Keep in mind, Smash Ultimate is a Nintendo game. If they put only third-party characters, that wouldn't make sense at all, because it's a Nintendo game, so you're expecting to see Nintendo characters. I'm not saying they shouldn't put in third-party characters, because they can still put in the third-party characters no matter what. The non-Nintendo characters, they still fit pretty well in the game. And I still really want Crash Bandicoot and Rayman for the next DLC character. Even though I really want Waluigi too, which is of course a Nintendo character. So they're going to have. So Smash Ultimate is going. So Nintendo is going. so Nintendo is the people that make Smash Ultimate, the people behind Smash Ultimate. Then they should have at least one character from a Nintendo game for each Fighter's Pass. In Fighter's Pass 1, we had Byleth. I continue with Min Min from ARMS for Fighter's Pass 2. And it makes sense easily because it's a Nintendo game. So yeah, it was a good pick because of that. And I bet Nintendo needed a third-party character. Well, but Nintendo needed a first-party character besides. What other Nintendo character could have been in there instead? I mean, if Sakurai didn't want Waluigi, then I guess Byleth was the best option. Even though I really want Waluigi. I don't know why Sakurai keeps refusing to it. Let's go on to my fifth and final point. So yeah, after all, keep in mind that Fire Emblem is one of Nintendo's biggest series and one of their most longest running series. And the series really represents Nintendo in a way, like I said, when I previously talked about Byleth and Smash with my thoughts leading to the Smash Ultimate DLC fighters. And just hear me out. It was actually a really good pick for the character because Fire Emblem's a really good series by Nintendo. I mean, I personally only played a few Fire Emblem games, mostly Heroes, The Blazing Blade, and Awakening. But I really like the three that I played, and well, and yeah, well, yeah, I really liked the three that I played, which are Heroes, Awakening, and The Blazing Blade. And when I get the three houses, I expect to like it too. So yeah. And the series is really important to Nintendo, and it's one of their biggest series, even though it wasn't really popular until Awakening, and even though it didn't really come to the US until 2003 with Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade, which was just called Fire Emblem in the US. And the series has actually been around ever since the Famicom, which most people didn't know until they re-released that game on the Switch as limited release, which I still don't understand why it's a limited release. And it's also and then people knew where Marth and Roy were from, as people probably saw them in Super Smash Bros. Melee back in 2001. Didn't know who the character was, but Sakurai put him in there because Sakurai wanted to promote the then upcoming Fire Emblem: The Binding Blade, which was releasing in Japan in 2002. They put Marth there because it's the most classic Fire Emblem character. So Marth was in Smash Melee for that. Expanded in Brawl when they added Ike, because it was good promotion too for Radiant Dawn, which is of course the sequel to the GameCube game Path of Radiance, and it was definitely a really good pick and stuff. And in Smash Bros. 3DS they added 3 Fire Emblem. Well, actually they added Robin and Lucina, and then Kramen and Ultimate. And honestly some really good choices. That wraps up this video. If you want to know why I really like Byleth and Smash, go watch my thoughts on each of the Smash Ultimate DLC characters. But as always, see you guys next time in my next video. Happy New Year, Agent S out.